Previous video, a review of Rampage's experience in 2021 and 2022. He takes one step forward every year, from an annual income of $200,000 to an annual income of more than $1 million. At the same time, people who are famous are prone to gossip. Encountered a lot of doubts. Poker career is bound to have ups and downs. Can Rampage continue to be smooth sailing? This issue talks. Rampage's rise and fall began in 2023, until he encountered a $1 million downturn. Starting in 2023, Rampage's influence has been further enhanced. He often appears at high-stakes tables, also received attention from various media. He is already a poker celebrity. March 2023, Rampage wins 2022 Best Video Blogger at the Global Poker Awards and the Best Poker Player Award. This aspect showing the popularity of Rampage's videos. On the other hand, Rampage is kind to others, very generous to fans. Never saw him at the poker table. Any ungentlemanly behavior. Same month, Rampage joined the team that had inspired him to do. Andrew Neem, poker video blogger, and Brad Owens ranks, became the global ambassador of WPT. This is also the youngest ambassador in the history of WPT. He later revealed, the annual sponsorship value is over 6 figures. Rampage puts its focus on gradually moved to poker tournaments. This may have something to do with him becoming a WPT ambassador. For cash games, Rampage basically only participates in tables with live broadcasts. May 2023, Hustler Casino Live has been organizing online live broadcasts since cash games with the largest buy-in. In fact, by 1 million. What is surprising is that Rampage also signed up. He plans to bring 1.5 million to participate, 1 million for the first purchase and 500,000 for backup. Obviously, if Rampage pays for it, this requires him to put all the profits from playing poker into all bet. From the perspective of fund management, worth at least tens of millions. To be able to play at such a high level, Rampage sells part of it in stakings. Some friends he knows also bought some. He owns about 30% of the shares. Even so, 1.5 million worth. Invest 450,000 yuan to play this level. Still not a reasonable choice. However, for Rampage, he is a poker video blogger first. Secondly, a professional poker player, so he can attract attention, taking risks the pros won't take. At the $1 million cash tables, Rampage also played a breathtaking bluff. Fortunately, the opponent hands folded. He was able to escape unscathed. Profit close to $600,000, considering he only owns 30% of the shares. Actual profit, $180,000. July 2023, Rampage suddenly revealed on Twitter. He was cheated of more than $400,000 by Dustin AP. Dustin App is an Instagram influencer, has 1.4 million followers. He also participated in the live broadcast of Hustler 8. Rampage must have met him there. Dustin owns a consulting company, known as mainly helping others build million-dollar companies. Rampage to win WPT title by the end of 2022. He has some spare money on hand. Want to invest it. Get some rewards. He is also willing to take some risks. January 2023, Rampage invested $450,000 in Dustin. The general conditions are, Dustin has to pay $29,000 in interest every month. The principal will be returned after 6 months. If you are more rational, you know this is close to 77% annual return. How unreliable. What is interesting? Dustin last appeared on Hustler in January. It is very likely that the big fish Rampage was caught. He doesn't think it's necessary to spend money fishing on Hustler. Rampage only received the first month's interest. After that, he couldn't get any money anymore. Rampage actually lost $420,000 in this business. Looking back at the whole year 2023, Rampage's record is lackluster. The total loss of the competition was $430,000. But because he sold shares in stakings for some of the games, the actual loss was about $360,000. Rampage has played very few cash games this year. He did not disclose his profits and losses, just saying 95% of his cash games all played on the live poker table. According to High Hollert's records, Rampage played a total of 118 hours in 2023. Total income, $1.10 million. Similar to playing in a $1 million cash game, Rampage is only part of it. We estimate his share to be around 30%, so his cash income is about $330,000. Mixed tournaments and cash tables, slight loss of $30,000. This, and the configuration say, 2023 is his first loss year. Let's take a look at his YouTube income. The amount of video has been greatly reduced this year, only 60. It can be estimated that the income from YouTube is $100,000. Mentioned earlier, Rampage received about $100,000 in sponsorship from WPT. Dustin scammed him out of almost $420,000. So the total revenue of Rampage this year is a negative number, almost 240,000 meters underwater. Rampage 2024 did not usher in a change of fortune. He played a cash game at Hustler Casino Live on January 12th. As a result, he lost 480,000 yuan that day. We can clearly see Rampage's frustrated expression from time to time. After the end, Rampage joked on Twitter, "I have to go back and play the blind 1-3 cash table." Rampage was interviewed by Nick Vertucci soon. He said that the money lost was basically his own, plus the 400,000 or so downswing in last year's competition, and the rest of his lost money. His downside is already over $1 million. We might as well take a look at Rampage. Cash game, downswing. This started on November 30th last year. He lost 300,000, then win back 40,000 in December. Because he sold shares last year, you can simply think that he lost 80,000 of his own money. Cash games in 2024 are basically his money. So until January 12th, lost 530,000 in 2 games. This adds up to 610,000. Combined with the aforementioned game, losing 400,000, just downwind over $1 million, of which 530,000 were lost in 2024. On February 16th, Rampage published an article. He confessed his feelings about being at a downswing of 1 million. This downside, whether in terms of absolute numbers or time length, this is the biggest downswing he has ever experienced. He also understands he plays at a level far beyond what he can handle. So is Rampage really bankrupt? Let's first take a look at his income in recent years. First, there is a verifiable income. As mentioned earlier, the income in 2019 was $30,000. 2020 income, $240,000. 2021 income, $420,000. 2022 income, $122 million. Loss of $240,000 in 2023. That's a total of $1.67 million. Of these incomes, YouTube's direct advertising revenue totaled $520,000. As a YouTuber, Rampage can also be seen in his video, Get Other Income. For example, there are a lot of advertisements in his videos. In the video description, there are also many links to poker training sites. He also has his own online store. Generally influential YouTube bloggers. His other income, it will be 2 to 3 times the advertising revenue paid directly by YouTube. We estimate it to be twice, that is 1.04 million. In addition, it is well known, Rampage at Club GG own his own private poker club. It has thousands of members playing cards on this platform. Rampage can use from poker. The commission charged by the software operator, part of the commission, some netizens speculated, this can bring Rampage a 7-figure income every year. Let's make a conservative estimate. Rampage has been operating a private poker club for several years. Total income, 1 million. Rampage will also have many expenses. The biggest expense is living expenses. A simple estimate of $400,000 in the past few years. Then there is taxation, using U.S. gambling revenue. The tax rate is 24% as a reference. The total expenditure is estimated to be $900,000. Also starting from 2022, he hired someone to help him edit the video and needed to pay him. This cost is estimated to be $50,000 per year. 2 years is $100,000. According to the above estimates, total income, $371 million. Total expenditure, $1.4 million. So when 2024 begins, Rampage should have $231 million in cash in its account. After Hustler lost $530,000, he should have about $1.78 million left. So it is speculated that Rampage is not bankrupt. But if he loses another $500,000 like he did on January 12th, that would be a big blow to his capital pool. Summary of Rampage's popularity. It's kind of like the realization of the American dream. A young man just starting out, rushing into an unfamiliar industry, starting from the bottom and working hard to produce videos. Then, he took advantage of the epidemic period. Uncontested opportunity, plus the blessing of winning a few big games. He became popular on the internet. Then he continued to expand his horizons, compete with star players on Poker Live, participate in high-stakes tournaments. He reaches a new level almost every year, eventually became a well-known poker celebrity. Rampage is not the Chris Moneymaker who brought the poker boom. He didn't win a big championship suddenly. Overnight success. He has worked hard for many years, slowly gaining popularity. Fame brings trouble. Rampage's poker skills have always been questioned. Can he survive in high-level cash? He really needs to prove it slowly. After he suffered a $1 million loss, there are also many people who gloat over misfortune. But we learned from our experience at Rampage. You can see his honesty. I also know that he will reflect on himself in time. In addition, he also has a heart that never gives up. March 1st. Rampage on the $50 and $100 cash tables at Hustler. Win $280,000 in one fell swoop. This may be the turning point for Rampage to step out of the $1 million downswing trend. After all, Rampage is only 26 years old this year. There are endless possibilities in the future. This is the end of this issue. Thank you for watching.